Welcome back to JF, the channel where we dive deep into the world of rare coins, hidden gems, and fascinating history buried in your pocket change. And today we have something truly exciting. We're talking about the 1959 D Lincoln cent, a coin that you might just have sitting in a drawer somewhere, but here's the kicker, some of these are worth a lot more than just 1 cent. In fact, one rare variety sold for over $442, and we're going to tell you why. So buckle up, grab your coin jars, and let's explore the story, secrets, and current market value of this iconic piece of American currency. Let's rewind to the early 20th century. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real person, an American icon known around the world. Sculpted by Victor David Brenner, the original Lincoln cent had wheat ears on the reverse and became an instant classic. Fast forward to 1959, and the U.S. Mint decided to redesign the reverse side to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The wheat ears were replaced by the now famous image of the Lincoln Memorial, making the 1959 cent a major milestone in coinage history. Now, you may be thinking, it's just a penny, how special can it be? Well, here's where things get very interesting. The 1959 D Lincoln cent was minted at the Denver Mint, that's what the D stands for. That year, over 1.2 billion of these coins were struck, which sounds like a huge number, and it is. But not all 1959 D cents are created equal. While most of these coins are incredibly common and still found in circulation today, there are certain varieties and era coins that collectors go absolutely crazy for. One of the biggest mysteries in coin collecting revolves around a supposed 1959 D wheat reverse cent, a coin that shouldn't even exist. More on that coming up, but even among regular 1959 D Lincoln Memorial cents, condition and specific die varieties can make a massive difference in value. So what turns a humble copper penny into a coin worth hundreds of dollars? It all comes down to a few key factors. Mint errors, off-center strikes, double dies, repunched mint marks, and die cracks can all drastically increase value. High-grade condition. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC as MS67 or higher can be incredibly valuable. Uncirculated coins that retain their original red copper sheen are in high demand. Slight changes or flaws in the dies used to strike the coin can create ultra-rare variants that collectors will pay top dollar for. Now, get this, a 1959 D Lincoln cent graded MS67 red by PCGS recently sold for an astonishing $442 at auction. That's right, $442 for a coin that originally cost 1 cent. That's over 44,000% return on face value. Let that sink in. Alright, now let's talk about the biggest mystery surrounding this date, the 1959 D wheat reverse cent. In 1986, a man claimed he discovered a 1959 D cent that had the wheat ears reverse, not the Lincoln Memorial. That reverse design was supposed to have been retired in 1958. Experts and collectors were stunned. Could this be a real transitional error from the U.S. Mint? Or was it a clever fake? To this day, only one such coin is known to exist. It was authenticated by Anax, a respected third-party grading service, but controversy continues to swirl around it. Some experts believe it's genuine, while others insist it must have been created illegally or post-mint. Regardless of where you stand, this coin is one of the most hotly debated pieces in U.S. numismatic history. And it's another reason why the 1959 D cent has become a subject of intense interest. Okay, so now you're probably wondering, how can I tell if I have a valuable 1959 D penny? Start with condition. Look at the coin under a bright light. If it's shiny and red with no scratches, you may have something special. Check for any doubling in the lettering or numbers. That could mean you have a double die. Look at the mint mark. Some coins have repunched mint marks, RPM, where the D appears to have been stamped more than once. A genuine 1959 D should weigh about 3.11 grams. Anything heavier or lighter could indicate a planchet error. If your coin looks pristine or unusual, send it in for professional grading. It might just be your lucky penny. Let's talk money. What are collectors paying for these coins right now? As of the latest market data, common circulated 1959 D pennies sell for 1 to 10 cents. Uncirculated red examples in MS64 to MS 66 grades go for $10 to $100. Rare MS67 RD specimens are going for $400 or more, with one selling at $442. Error coins like double dies, off-centers, and repunched mint marks can fetch anywhere from $50 to several $100s depending on rarity and demand. So while most 1959 DS are still just pocket change, the right coin in the right condition can be worth a small fortune. The 1959 D Lincoln cent might seem like an ordinary coin at first glance, but it's packed with history, mystery, and even a little bit of controversy. From its role in marking the transition from wheat to memorial reverse to rare high-grade examples selling for hundreds of dollars, this is one penny that proves appearances can be deceiving. So go check your coin jars, dig through your drawers, and take a second look at those old pennies. You might just be sitting on a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video and want more content on rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a hidden treasure. Drop a comment if you have a 1959 D Lincoln cent or any rare finds. We'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep collecting, keep exploring, and keep discovering the hidden value in everyday change. Let me know if you'd like a shorter version, a script with on-screen graphics and text cues, or versions for TikTok, Instagram, or Shorts. Age today? Market value explored. Let's talk numbers. A standard circulated 1958 D penny? That's worth maybe 1 to 5 cents. But a pristine, mint state example, especially with the coveted red luster and strong strike, can fetch serious money. According to recent market data, high-grade 1958 D Lincoln cents in MS67 condition with red coloration have sold for as much as $442 or even higher, depending on demand and rarity. That's right, a single cent multiplying in value by over 44,000%. And some error varieties go for way more. Coin grading is key. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC evaluate the condition of the coin, checking for scratches, luster, color, and strike quality. A coin graded MS67 or higher is nearly flawless and incredibly hard to come by, especially after more than 6 decades. So next time you're going through your coin jar, pull out those 1958 DS and give them a close look. You just might be holding a mini fortune in your fingers. What collectors look for. Here's what collectors and experts are hunting for in 1958 D Lincoln cents. Mint luster, that glowing copper shine, especially the red variety, clean surfaces with no contact marks or discoloration, strong, sharp strikes that reveal all the detail in Lincoln's beard and coat any signs of doubling, especially in the words Liberty or the date. Clear, well-centered D mint mark under the year. If you've got one that checks these boxes, congratulations. You might be looking at a coin that could sell for hundreds of dollars, maybe even more at auction. Some collectors will pay big money just to add a top-tier 1958 D to their wheat penny set. Why it still matters today, but beyond the dollar value, the 1958 D penny tells a story about history, art, and the incredible journey of American coinage. It marks the last chapter in the beloved wheat reverse design, which had graced the penny for 50 years. It's a tangible link to the past, a little copper time machine you can hold in your hand. Coin collecting is about more than money. It's about the thrill of discovery, the connection to the past, and the chance to own something that might be one of a kind. And the 1958 D Lincoln cent? It's a perfect example of how something small can be incredibly powerful. So, do you have a 1958 D penny in your collection? Have you checked your coin jars, your piggy banks, or your old childhood coin folders? If not, now's the time. Because that little copper coin could be worth a lot more than you think. Let us know in the comments if you've got one, and if you want help identifying or valuing your penny, we'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the next rare coin spotlight. Thanks for watching, and remember, your next treasure might just be in your pocket change. Would you like a thumbnail idea or video title suggestions to go along with the script? Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're a coin collector, a treasure hunter, or just someone who loves discovering rare and valuable pieces of American history, then you're in for a treat today. Because in this video, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and sought-after Lincoln pennies in existence, the 1951 D Lincoln cent, a coin that might look like just another old penny to the untrained eye, but trust me, this humble cent could be worth a small fortune today. Some of these have fetched prices as high as $442 or even more depending on the condition. So stick around because we're going to uncover the coin's hidden history, explain why it's so valuable, and show you how to spot one in your own collection. So grab your magnifying glass because the hunt for treasure begins now. History of the 1951 D. Lincoln cent. Let's start with the story behind this coin. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first American coin to feature a real historical figure. Now, fast forward to 1951, and we're deep into the post-World War II era. The economy is booming, but the United States Mint is still producing billions of coins to keep up with the nation's growing demand for currency. In that year, 3 different mints struck Lincoln cents: Philadelphia, San Francisco, and the Denver Mint. The 1951 penny with AD mint mark, located just below the date, was struck in Denver, Colorado. Over 625 million of these pennies were made that year. That might sound like a lot, and it is, but what makes the 1951 D. Lincoln cent so special is not just how many were made, but how few have survived in pristine condition or with rare errors. That's what makes collectors go crazy for this coin. Design FEATURES. The 1951 D. Lincoln cent features the classic design we all know and love. On the obverse, or front of the coin, you'll see the bold and dignified portrait of President Abraham Lincoln facing to the right, with the word Liberty on the left and the date 1951 on the right. Just below the date is that all-important little D mint mark, your first clue that this coin came from the Denver Mint. Flip the coin over and you'll find the reverse side with the famous wheat ears design. On the left and right sides are 2 stylized wheat stalks, and between them is the motto 1 cent and United States of America. At the top you'll see E pluribus unum, which means out of many one, a phrase that reflects the very spirit of America. Point 3, value and market prices. Now let's talk money. And here's where it gets really exciting. A circulated 1951 D. Lincoln penny, the kind that has been used in everyday transactions and shows signs of wear, typically sells for just a few cents to a few dollars. But if you've got a coin in mint condition, especially those that have never been used or touched by bare hands, you're talking serious cash. A high-grade uncirculated 1951 D. Lincoln cent, especially those graded MS65 or higher by professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC, can fetch prices upwards of $442 and sometimes even more depending on the current market demand. And that's not even considering special error coins, which we'll talk about in a moment. Just imagine finding one of these in a jar of old pennies or inside an inherited coin collection. That one little copper coin could end up being worth hundreds of dollars. This is why it's always worth checking those old pennies before spending or cashing them in. Grading and what to look for. Coin grading is everything when it comes to value. A penny that looks shiny and new to you might still be considered average by professional graders, while another that has just the right mint luster and sharp details could be worth 10 times more. The most valuable 1951 D. Lincoln cents are those in mint state condition. That means the coin has no wear from circulation, retains full mint luster, and shows all the fine details of the original design. Look for strong definition in Lincoln's hair, clean lettering, and no scratches or dings. If you're serious about knowing the value of your coin, send it to a professional grading service. A certified coin with an MS67 or MS68 rating can fetch a small fortune at auctions or online marketplaces. Our coins and rare varieties. Here's where things get even more interesting. Error coins. The US Mint, despite being one of the most advanced in the world, is still operated by humans and machines, and sometimes mistakes happen. These minting errors can make a regular coin extremely rare and valuable. Some of the error types found in the 1951 D. Lincoln cent series include double dies, where the design appears to be stamped twice off center; strikes, where part of the design is missing or off balance; repunched mint marks, where the D was punched more than once. These errors can boost the coin's value tremendously. A 1951 D cent with a clear and dramatic doubling error, or a perfectly centered off-center strike, could sell for several hundred or even thousands of dollars depending on how rare and dramatic the mistake is. So if you think you've found a strange-looking 1951 D penny, don't ignore it. You might be holding a hidden gem. Collector interest and market trends. In recent years, interest in vintage pennies has exploded. Thanks to online platforms like eBay and collector forums, more and more people are becoming aware of just how valuable these coins can be. The demand for high-quality 1951 D. Lincoln cents has steadily increased, and so have the prices. Auction houses have seen bidding wars for top-grade specimens, and with inflation and the rise in popularity of alternative investments, coins like these are becoming both a hobby and a serious financial opportunity. So if you own one, hold onto it, or if you're in the market, now might be the perfect time to invest. Where to find them? You might be wondering, where can I actually find one of these coins? The answer might surprise you. Start with old change jars, coin rolls from the bank, flea markets, estate sales, and online auctions. Even your grandparents' attic might be hiding one. Don't underestimate the power of hunting in unexpected places. Many people have found incredibly valuable coins in the most ordinary places. Always keep a magnifying glass or a coin loop handy. You never know when you might spot that magical date, 1951, with the little d beneath it. CONCLUSION. The 1951 D. Lincoln penny is more than just a coin. It's a piece of American history, a work of art, and potentially a valuable asset hiding in plain sight. With some of these selling for over $442, it pays to take a second look at every penny in your pocket. So the next time you see an old coin lying around, don't toss it aside. You just might be looking at a treasure. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare Lincoln pennies, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more coin videos every week, and turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to learn more about the coins that could change your life. Let us know in the comments, have you ever found a 1951 D. Lincoln penny? Do you collect coins? We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, happy hunting and may your next penny be worth a fortune. Outro music plus ENDSCREN. Thanks for watching. Stay curious. Stay collecting. If you'd like, I can help you turn this into a voiceover-ready script with cues or provide video editing ideas too. Today we're diving deep into one of the most iconic, mysterious, and valuable coins in American numismatic history, the 1945 Lincoln wheat penny. It's more than just 1 cent. Yes, you heard that right. A coin you might just have in your old jar at home could be worth hundreds, even over $442 today in the collector's market. So buckle up, because we're taking a journey through wartime America, minting mysteries, collector secrets, and how this small copper coin turned into a legend. Let's go. Let's rewind to the year 1945. The world is on the brink of change. World War II is coming to an end. Franklin D. Roosevelt passes away, and Harry Truman steps in as the 33rd President of the United States. Amidst this global transformation, the U.S. Mint continues to produce the penny, a coin many people overlook but which holds enormous historical significance. The 1945 Lincoln wheat penny was produced during this incredible turning point in American history. It's a copper coin, but it's not just any copper. Because of wartime metal rationing, the composition of coins had changed just a couple of years earlier. In 1943, pennies were made of steel coated with zinc to save copper for ammunition. But in 1944, copper returned to pennies, mostly using recycled shell casings from the war. And by 1945, the penny was once again made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, symbolizing a return to peace and economic normalcy. Let's talk design. The Lincoln wheat cent, also known as the wheat penny, features the profile of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, on the obverse side. This design was created by Victor David Brenner in 1909, and it marked the first time a real person appeared on a regular issue U.S. coin. On the reverse side, you see 2 stalks of wheat curving along the left and right edges, representing agricultural strength, American prosperity, and the backbone of the working class. In the center, you'll find the words 1 cent and United States of America, with the Latin motto E pluribus unum just above. In 1945, these pennies were struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, marked with a small, and San Francisco, marked with an. Each mint produced millions of these coins. Philadelphia minted over 1 billion pennies. Denver produced around 266 million. San Francisco came in with about 181 million. Despite the high mintage numbers, not all 1945 pennies are created equal. Condition, errors, and mint marks can make a huge difference in value. And here's where it gets really interesting. Part 4. What makes some 1945 pennies worth hundreds of dollars? Most people assume a coin minted in the billions wouldn't be worth anything more than face value. But oh, how wrong they are. Here's why a 1945 penny can be worth over $442 or even more. Mint errors: coins with double die obverse off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, RPM, or lamination errors can fetch high prices. Some error pennies from 1945 have sold for hundreds or even thousands at auctions. Condition, grading matters. The closer a coin is to mint state, the more it's worth. Coins graded MS-65 to MS-67 read by agencies like PCGS or NGC are the ones hitting high prices. In perfect uncirculated condition, collectors will pay top dollar. Color and luster. Pennies are graded as red, red-brown, or brown. A 1945 Lincoln penny that maintains its brilliant red color and hasn't tarnished over time is significantly more valuable than a dull brown one. Historical provenance. Coins that come with documented history or are part of a famous collection can have added value. So let's get to the exciting part, the money. A regular circulated 1945 penny might only fetch 5 to 10 cents, which is still 5 to 10 times its face value. A 1945s in brilliant uncirculated MS-65 red condition can be worth $50 to $200. A pristine 1945 DMS-67 plus red, professionally graded, has sold for over $442 at auction. Rare error pennies from 1945 have hit four-figure prices, yes. That's over $1,000 for a single penny. Part 6. How to know if you have a valuable 1945 penny. If you're wondering if you have a valuable 1945 penny, here's what to do. Check the date and mint mark. Look closely under a magnifying glass for doubling or repunching. Examine the color and condition. If it's still red and shiny, it might be uncirculated. Weigh your coin. A genuine 1945 penny should weigh about 3.11 grams. If it's lighter or heavier, it could be an error. Have it graded. Send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC if it looks promising. Don't clean your coin. That can damage it and lower its value drastically. The 1945 Lincoln wheat penny isn't just currency, it's a story. It's a piece of American heritage struck in a year of world-changing events. It's a symbol of victory, of recovery, of hope, and for some collectors, it's a little copper miracle worth hundreds of dollars. So next time you're digging through that old coin jar, keep your eyes open, because that 1 cent might just be worth a fortune. Thanks for watching, coin lovers and history buffs. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe for more hidden coin treasures, and hit the bell so you never miss a drop of numismatic knowledge. Comment below if you've found a 1945 Lincoln penny or if you've got one that's been appraised for big money. Until next time, keep collecting, keep discovering, and never underestimate the power of a penny. Let me know if you want a short version, a voiceover, or a script with visuals and on-screen text cues.